Hi Polyvision, my name is Pete Brady. I'm the founder and owner of Collaborative Design. We're a designer and importer of whiteboards, and this is one of 200 work walls that we've just had imported from China using low gloss E3 ceramic steel, and it's just had the cover taken off actually a few days ago, so it's been sat, and this is the first customer experience of using the board just with the cover having been taken off. And this is a dry white, no solution or anything else on it. This has been on here for about 5 minutes now, and I'm going to give it a quick wipe. Now I don't know if you can see that, but as you can see, it's kind of ghosting quite substantially, and if I push harder and keep rubbing, then it's still ghosting. So if I lean in really hard, give it some elbow grease, we can just about get it off. But if you imagine a lot of writing like that, the first thing that's happening for me is all the customers are ringing and complaining that the boards are no good. So I'm going to show you now what happens after we've given it a clean, just to show you the implications. So I'm going to give it a clean now. This is the fluid we found works the best. This is one that's got methylated spirits in it. And we have to give it a very good rub down to get the sort of adhesive backing material that's on the surface that's causing this ghosting problem off the board. It's a lot of work, basically. I'll show you one. Okay, so we've given it a thorough clean, and I've written up again, and I've left it about 5 minutes again with this. The problem I'm describing here is even worse if you try and erase the ink while it's still relatively wet. When it's dry, it's slightly better. So if this is normal, we'll see an improvement, but not exactly an easy wipe off here. So this is the second one. As you can see, I'm still getting, actually in this case, almost worse ghosting. It's as if it gets worse, the problem, before it gets better. So I hope you can see that. That's having given it a thorough wipe. Now I'm going to lean in really hard and give it some elbow grease. Lean in, and as you can see, we still have pretty terrible ghosting going on here. If I wet erase it, of course, it solves the problem. So we'll do this now. But essentially, we're in a situation where we're basically having to say to customers, this is not a dry erase board at the beginning, it's a wet erase board, which is not ideal. Okay, third time lucky. Let's try this now. Up till now, we found about the third or fourth time of doing this, it starts to get better. Although this board seems particularly bad, so I've got the same dry erase wipe. Third time lucky. We've given this a thorough clean once, a thorough clean twice. The third attempt to see what this is like. And here we are. And as you can see, we have a terrible result here. Smearing. I go around, smearing, ghosting. And as you can imagine, it's at this point that we have customers calling us up saying, please take these boards away. Okay, and here we are with what I hope is the final test. It should be okay by now. Normally after about 3 or 4 goes, it's improved, but as you can imagine, it's a huge amount of work to be able to get a board from almost unusable as a dry erase board to actually usable as dry erase. So here we have our cloth, nice and fresh. And we're seeing it come off quite a bit easier this time, although as you can see, there is still ghosting. If I firmly rub, I don't know if you can see that, but that's what we have on the 4th test. So really, I'm still needing to give that a coat of water to get it off, which is pretty unsatisfactory from our perspective. So we're really keen on your feedback.